I got the back tires off here. I got it supported up on jack stands under the frame. And guys, I'm using 12-ton jack stands. Probably a little bit overkill, but you can't emphasize safety enough. And I know especially when you're younger, you think you're invincible and all this and that, but I was the same way. I used to work under cars just on a jack all the time. And I don't do that anymore. It's just not smart. I don't know how many of you might know who Eric the Car Guy is. He's a big internet name, but I think it was in the last month or two he had a good friend of his get killed. I don't know all the specifics. I don't think he knew it when he had the video either, but he did a video on just being safe, and because we don't want to see any of you guys get killed doing something like this. And it's easy to do. You know, that's a lot of weight you got suspended there. You know, a jack lifts it up real easy, but if that was to fall on you, you know, it'd kill you. So use your head, be safe, use jack stands. Don't put your faith in the jack. All it has to do is blow one seal and that thing's coming down, and it's coming down fast. So be safe. So anyway, you can see my leaf springs now. This one here on the driver's side, you know, it's missing two back here. I mean, they're broke. Still in the bullet area here, but those are broke. Back here, got two missing, and then over on the other side. Oh, let's see, over on this side, we've just got one. That's got one that's broke. How that stayed in there, I don't even know. But yeah, I think it's time for those to get replaced, my friends. But that's for tomorrow. So anyway, I got her jacked up. Looks like on the bottom of the bed they put these shields. I think it's for the exhaust. And over time, they're pretty thin to begin with, and they just rot out. I noticed this one was about falling off when I brought it home, and evidently it just did. So, another piece of shit going in the garbage. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, this is probably about as clean a truck as you're going to get for in Iowa. You know, unless you want to spend a big chunk of money. And I'm sure some of you southern guys are going, oh my god, that thing is a rusty piece of shit. But it you know, rust is, at least on the body, it's cosmetic. And on that frame, it's mostly surface rust. This black stuff you see here, this stuff right here, that's undercoating. And so it's just now, you know, coming off. If I take a needle scaler to this, it'll smooth this all out and it'll look brand new. This will clean up real nice. That's what I did to my other truck, and it didn't look, well, maybe it did. I don't remember it looking quite this bad. But I mean, this is perfectly acceptable. It's not like it's rusted through or cracked anywhere or anything. Say that shock has seen better days. Oh God. I did notice the U-joints on the rear drive shaft at least are greasable. They have grease zerks on them, so those have been replaced at some point with greasable U-joints. That's just another sign to me that the guy cared a little bit about things in putting U-joints in that you could grease. I looked at the hangers and so forth. I don't know if you can see it. I can barely see it. For the leaf springs, I inspected those last night. And while they look rusty, they're solid. They aren't rusted through or anything, and they're going to work for now. I'm not cutting all those rivets out and doing that yet. I might do it come springtime. We'll see here. We'll see here later once I get into it. Not sure what these wires are right here. I'm kind of wondering if the rear pump hasn't been replaced, and I'm not sure. Or this goes back. I'm betting this goes back to the trailer wiring. It did have a in-cab trailer brake controller. There's a harness up in the cab and a mount where the controller used to be. Don't know what they pulled with it. Hope it wasn't too much. And a blue and a white wire would be, the blue wire would be signal wire and the white wire would be ground, I believe. I don't know. Either that or I'm not sure where they go. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that is what they are. Well, no. Yeah, looks like they come right through there and back up into here somewhere. That's one thing I hate about buying used stuff, and you run into stuff like that and you're not exactly sure what's going on. That hanger doesn't look very good. Shit. That shackle right there. That's not good. Crap, I don't know if I can get any of those. Huh. Fuck. Well, anyway. You can see the tank is leaking right there. There was a drip right there. It's dripping into that bucket. It's got, I don't know, maybe an eighth of a tank of fuel left in it, maybe a little bit more. And that's the way it is. Boy, I didn't see that last night. Doggone it. Yeah, that needs replaced. I mean, this part out here appears to still at least solid. You sure don't want that thing breaking, I know that. I may have to see if I can get that from the auto parts. Well, I know I can if I drive to Des Moines. Let's see what this other side looks like. Yeah, it's just starting right there. You can stick your finger through it right there. So, yeah, that one's not very good, but it's in better shape than the other one. That one would probably be okay to run through the winter. I don't know. God, I hate doing those rivets. The front ones, I think, are okay. These back ones, though, probably need replaced. So, I may have to see if I can... Yeah, it's getting weak on that side, too, I believe. I may have to go up to the house pretty soon and see what I can find. The nearest store is about 15 miles away. See if they got anything. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I thought I'd show you those leaf springs. As far as dropping the tank, if you remember from my previous videos on my other truck, I had the bed off, which made things a lot easier. On this one, I'm going to do it without removing the bed. And these straps, I'm not sure what size these are yet. They look like, I don't know, 9/16 maybe. I'm not sure how much you can see. There's this strap right here, and then there's one right there. And all there is a bolt with a nut there, and then one on that end down there. And that's all that holds that tank up in there. And it should drop down, and then you should be able to get all of the, disconnect the lines and everything from it up on top. I haven't actually done one before without with the box on. Look at this wiring under here. Look at that cobbled up fucking mess. Why can't people be a little bit neater? I mean, holy cow. I mean, I guess it works, but anyway, that's what you get when you get a used truck from somebody. But I do think it's a pretty decent truck. It just needs some TLC, that's all. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. So to drop that tank, that's all you do is loosen up those nuts, and the tank will come down. I'll try to show dropping the tank down. The way I did it before is I put this little stool that I made. I put my floor jack. Let's see here. I just put my floor jack under it like that, and then I jack up on that, and that holds the whole tank up pretty good. Didn't have any gas in it, of course, and the last thing I want to do is spill 5 gallons of gas all over the floor of my shop. But I don't think I have any way of siphoning that out. But I think I can get it down without spilling any, or very minimal if I do. A little bit isn't bad. I got some cat litter I can clean it up with. But anyway, I'll bring you back in here momentarily. Alrighty, boys and girls. Well, you may notice that it is it's light out. Yeah, I went up to take a little break last night and ended up falling asleep. And now it's let's see, it's 1:15 in the afternoon on Saturday. My sister came over this morning, and my wife and her mom were, anyway, they were doing a bunch of stuff. I didn't get started on this till a little bit ago. That tank is a bitch to get out without taking the bed off, I can tell you that. A lot easier with the bed off. But there that dirty piece of shit is. I wish I would have filmed getting it down, but I would have used a heck of a lot of time recording it. When you take it down with the bed on, you take your straps off like I was showing you last night, which those actually didn't come off too bad. And then, as you can tell, this needs to be cleaned up under here, something terrible, but it's not going to happen. Well, I may clean it up a little bit under here where the tank is, but it's actually not too bad where the tank was. Like over in there, it's all, that ain't too bad. Anyway, those quick disconnects, mine were fighting me the whole way. That took me a long time. One of them came off real easy, and the other one, yeah, it took a while, but I finally got it. And then the right side, the passenger side of the tank, if you push the tank to the driver's side, the right side will drop down, and then you're just left hanging by your, I can't see this viewfinder, there's a hose. Then you're just the tank is left hanging by the filler hose. So then if you shove the tank back over to the passenger side, and then you go back over to the driver's side, you can get up in between the frame there, and you can get that clamp, loosen it up, and that's probably going to be stuck on there. I took a pair of channel locks and got on that filler tube. I didn't grab it real tight, but I just kept putting pressure on it, and eventually it broke loose. So I didn't damage the hose or anything, but I mean, it's pretty straightforward on dropping the thing. It's these quick disconnects. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got, I don't know if you can see it or not, those, you got those up there, and you have to get a tool. You go to the parts store, they look like this. And I don't know what size it is, second smallest one. And it goes in like that. Your fuel, that line right there is up in that. And so you snap this, it's open right there, and you snap it on your fuel line. And then you shove this up inside there. There's little fingers in there that it depresses, and then that's supposed to just slide off. They're called quick connect. They do connect real quick, but sometimes they're a pain to disconnect. So anyway, I just got this tank out, and it was a lot more work than I was anticipating. I know that, and I had planned on getting all this done last night, but when I woke up this morning, it was 5 o'clock, and I hadn't hardly got anything done. But anyway, I gotta get up to the house here for a second. And actually, I'm gonna take a little break too, and I'll bring you back in here in a minute. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something up at the house real quick. Anyway, I got the like I said, I got that tank out. Right now, I'm after doing that probably took me a good couple hours today to get that out. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, right now I've got the locking ring. I got it soaking in penetrating oil just to hopefully ease it, getting it out of there without tearing anything up. And then I got the new tank over here, of course, which Let's see. The part number on this tank is a F as in Frank, the number 1G. It's right there. And if you buy it locally, you're probably looking at right around $100. You can buy it online for about $65, something like that. Long story short, I had to end up getting mine online. I couldn't get it delivered for the weekend. And it comes with a new gasket and locking ring, so you don't have to save the one that's on there. But I just want it to come off easy without tearing anything up. What else? My leaf springs got delivered a little while ago. I bought those off of Amazon. I paid, what did I pay? $115 a piece. So $230, and then I'm a Prime member on Amazon, so there was no shipping. They actually bumped up my delivery for free, because after I ordered them, I emailed them, because I thought I would get it in 2 days, and they weren't going to be here till Monday. And I asked them if there's anything we could do to get them here by the weekend, even if I had to pay some additional shipping, and they went ahead and bumped me up for free. I don't know if it's because I buy a shitload of stuff off Amazon or what, but that was a pretty good deal. And they are, I believe I got those through a place called Anything Automotive. I'm pretty sure that's right. They're actually Dorman. I don't know who makes Dorman springs. 929-205 is the spring number, which is actually, yeah, it must be on the other side. It's on the spring itself. Appear to be real nice springs as far as I can tell. They're 3-in-1. They got 3 main springs and then the overload spring. The ones on my other truck are 4-in-1, I believe. And that really lifted the back of the truck up and stiffened it up too. But that's what started me, the whole process of lifting my other truck, was I beefed up the springs in the back. And honestly, I don't remember. Maybe it's 5-in-1. I don't know if it was 3-in-1 and I went to 4-in-1, or if it was 4-in-1 and I went to 5-in-1. I don't know. But it lifted the back up, and so I thought, well, I'm going to lift the front up, and ended up putting 6-inch lift on it. And that is how that came about. But I just wanted to keep this truck pretty much stock, so I just ordered the 3-in-1 springs locally at a place in Des Moines. I could get them, and they were 150 or 159 each. So I got them for 115 each delivered to my door. So not too shabby. And again, that's what they are. I don't think Dorman manufactures springs, so I don't know who actually manufactures the spring. Maybe they do. Hell, I don't know. I know Dorman sells a lot of stuff, and I highly doubt they make it all. I'm not sure what might be stamped on here. Oh, let's see. 1994. Blah, blah, blah. Da, 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 da. Made in where? Colombia? Made in Colombia. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Made in Colombia, okay. Well, anyway. Those came FedEx. Box is pretty beat up, but the springs look alright. Kind of hard to damage a leaf spring, I would imagine. So anyway, I'll work on getting those put on probably later on, but right now, I'm going to go take a break. My daughter's up at the house. We'll see what she's up to, and I'm just going to let this soak, so hopefully it comes apart nice and easy. I don't really want to have to buy a new sending unit and pump and all that shit, which probably would, and I haven't had a problem getting these rings off before, but we'll see if we can make her easy. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a little break, probably about an hour or so, and then I'm gonna come back down, swap this pump and sending unit and all that shit over to the new tank, and work on getting it put up in the truck. So the other plug that plugs into the tank plugs in right here in this hole, which I plugged just so shit wouldn't get down in there. It's just a hole, and it just pulls out. It doesn't screw in, doesn't do anything. It's just a rubber grommet type of plug in it, and it just pops out of there real easy. But I had a hell of a time. That one with the green tape on it, I marked it so I knew which line goes where. Boy, that thing, I fought that one getting it off. It was hard. That one came right off. I didn't have hardly any trouble with that one, but that one was a bear. They were actually different sizes, aren't they? Maybe that's why I was having trouble. I guess they look like they're different size. Huh. I'm not sure where this tank was leaking from, to be honest. I haven't really given it a look over, but it's definitely seen better days. I don't think it was leaking from anywhere around here. It's still got some gas in it. It's probably got, it may have, I don't know, 4 gallons of gas left in it or so. But anyway, I'm gonna take a break. I'm making this kind of long here. I'm gonna take a break, go up to the house, rest up for just a little bit, and then come down and get that swapped over. So I will see you in just a little bit. Well, I'm down here trying to get the retaining ring off of this pump, and sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. All these tabs they just about flake off. They're just junk. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to get under it like that, and just going to carefully and slowly work my way around and pull that retaining ring off of there. But that's what you have to do if it just won't come loose. You just have to pry it off. I got a new one anyway to go with the new tank. This one I don't think would even work with the old tank. I wouldn't want to even try to reuse it anyway. It's too far gone. But so that's what you do if that retainer ring is stuck, or not stuck, but just won't come off. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, force it off of there. So just thought I'd show you that real quick. So I'm gonna get back to work, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, well, we got the tank out, we got the pump in the new tank, Rachia, ready to go in the truck. Only thing I'm waiting on now is for some paint to dry. I couldn't put these straps back on without at least putting some paint on. It was driving me nuts, and I didn't really clean them up very good, so they're probably going to rust right on through it, but at least they'll look good for a few days. Maybe a couple of weeks. Anyway, I only put, there's not much paint on there either, but anyway, just waiting for that to dry, and then I'm going to slip the tank under the truck, lift it up, hook everything up, and hopefully she runs. So, what else? I don't know. Supposed to get some severe weather tonight, I guess. Chance of tornadoes and all kinds of good stuff. And she will not let me work down in the shop if it's going to be storming out, because she doesn't want to be up at the house by her lonesome. I don't blame her. So anyway, once I get the tank on, then I'm going to get to work on those springs, I reckon. Although I wouldn't mind if I get that tank in here, getting this truck out of here so I can put my green one in here if we're going to get some nasty weather tonight. Can put it in here on this side of the shop, but birds tend to shit over here. I knocked down their nests that were up. Yeah, there was one up in there and one up there somewhere. And I knocked them down earlier today. That's where they shit right there. Remnants of the nest and stuff. But I guess I'd rather have bird shit on it than hail or something like that. But anyway, as far as the truck goes, get those springs on. And then this radius arm bushing. So hopefully I can get down here and work on her tonight and get that done. If not, I should have time tomorrow to do it. Although it seems like you never have enough time. So anyway, right now I'm waiting for paint to dry. But that is what we're doing. So I'll bring it back in here in a minute. Oh, the other thing I did is on the, here's one of the straps that came off of this truck. I reused one of the ones that came off of my green truck, so I put new ones on it. This one was just so gooed up with crap. I think this one is where the gas was leaking. And the stuff they put on here for, I think it's actually anti-squeak, so they don't squeak, but I took some, yeah, all I had was gasket maker spray. I cleaned them off, sprayed them, and then I put, you know, I can show you, I had some rubber that I put down there. But anyway, I'll catch you in a minute. Well, I got the tank in there and I put some gas in it. Not very darn much because my can leaks and I didn't want gas all over my shop, but I apologize, I didn't record any of putting this up in there, mostly because it was a pain in the ass. I ended up taking the hitch off that was mounted up under here because that tank was a ½ inch wider. It was 35 inches wide and the old one was 34 and a half. I couldn't get it to go up in there. That hitch hung over each side of the frame on the inside, and there's just no way that I could get that tank up in there. That hitch was a lightweight piece of shit anyway, and I have never seen such a clusterfuck of wires. Whoever owned this truck before sure wasn't very good at wiring shit. There's just wire going to nowhere and just tied up underneath here, and man, I guess that's what happens when you buy a used truck and you know, don't know the previous owner and stuff. I don't know. And it seems like it was taken care of, but he sure wasn't much of an electrician. Anyway, I haven't tried starting it yet, so we will find out together if it's going to run or not. Let's see. I got it on the back tank. Front tank doesn't work. Let's hope the back tank works. I'll prime it a couple times. And one more time. Hey, hey, hey. Success. I don't see gas running out all everywhere, so I think we're good to go. And you can see the frame there looks like shit. If you remember how my truck looked when I did that frame, yeah, we're okay. That black on there, that's the, shut this off now. That's the undercoating. I think I mentioned that before, that it was undercoated. I'm gonna try switching to the front tank. And it died. Back tank works though, so good deal. I don't see any, make sure it's not leaking up above or something. I don't see anything. Good deal. Alright, one thing down. That really was a pain in the ass to do. I can feel it, feel the pump running in there pretty good. Anyway, yeah, cool. All right, we're not leaking. I'm gonna shut it off. I don't have very much fuel in that thing, and I need to go up and spend some time with my daughter. She's up there by herself, and probably getting a little lonely. I don't know if it's still going to storm or not. I think they may have taken the storms out. Well, not out, but as far as severe weather anyway, I think they may have taken that out of the forecast. But anyway, that's it for putting the tank in this beast. It's taking up too much time, I think, and I'll make another one for what I'm doing next. So anyway, I hope that entertained you or helped or something. I don't know, but that's what I'm doing right now. To the flare side at the Fox shop, and I'll be continuing this probably later tonight, unless it storms. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe and come back soon for another exciting episode and see what we're doing to what truck. That ugly thing's coming off next, but, well, I don't know about next, but before long. Anyway, come back. Bye-bye.